Hi, I'm Dr. Veena Thomas. I'm a scientist and a strategist here in San Jose, and much to my chagrin, I'm also a long-term PT patient. So back in 2020, during the pandemic, I started working with PT clinics and other small business owners to help them survive the pandemic during a really difficult time during lockdown. And so I help PT clinics with their website and their messaging to attract more patients and more business in and more income. And this was wildly successful, actually. So my consulting practice started spreading just via word of mouth, working with different small business owners. And so in the years since 2020, I've worked with a number of small business owners to help them not only increase their income, help them attract more of their ideal patients and ideal clients, but also to be happier, more successful business owners in the process. So you can check out my testimonials page to see some of the people that I've worked with and see the concrete results and how I've really moved the needle for their businesses. And so now what I do actually for Leg Up Strategic Consulting is I work with PT clinics to help them attract more of their ideal patients, do more work that they love, and increase their income in the process. And the way that I do that is by helping them really dial down on what makes them happier, and what their strengths and their superpowers are, and really work to align their marketing along with their strengths and superpowers. So there's absolutely no fake marketing here. I don't like fake marketing. I don't think anybody does. I love PTs for their authenticity. That's who I am too as a scientist. So we work in line with that. There's nothing fake going on here. And so what I found actually firsthand through PT clinics, and I understand, the way that this works, is that a lot of PT clinics try to spread themselves too thin in their marketing by marketing themselves to everybody. And so on the surface, that seems to make sense at first, because if you can take on anybody and say that, your strengths are enough to bring in and work with any patient, then you think you can attract any sort of patient, anybody out there that's injured. But perhaps counterintuitively, actually, this is actually a detriment to marketing. And the reason why is that when a patient looks at your site, it's harder for them to tell if you're really the right fit for them. They really want to see, okay, this is the person I'm going to spend the next, 6 to 8 to 12 weeks or a year with. And so they really wanted to get to know who you are and what your specialties are. And so I work with clinics to make sure that their website and marketing reflects them as well as possible. And so if this sounds good to you, if you want to do more work that you love with more clients that you love and increase your income, and let's be honest, who doesn't want all of that? You can book one of my website clarity tune-up sessions. And so what I'll do is I'll record for you a personalized video of a walkthrough of your website. And I'll teach you some really strategic tricks that you can use and tweaks on your website to help align your website, not only to really reflect, all the great work that you do and how authentic you are, but to have it serve as an ideal client magnet, to bring in the kind of patients and the kinds of cases and the kind of work that you love to do and do best. So yeah, so you can go ahead and book that. Check out my services page. I have some other consulting services available as well. And I look forward to working with you and talking to see how we can, work together and how I can help you out. Great. So thanks so much and take care. Have a great day.